The exotic class items have opened up some interesting never before seen combinations, and I managed to get one of them. Spirit of the Abeyant and Spirit of the Horn. Together they will make a single class ability activation, send out multiple tracking suspension waves, and a returning solar blast which benefits from all the buffs Kepra's Horn was given in the final shape too. But can this work as part of a prismatic build? I think it absolutely can. Here's what we are starting with. Upon activating a barricade, the effects granted include suspend, scorch and ignite. The horn effect will not work with thrusters, so that one's out of the question. Instead, we will go with rally barricade. One of the two aspects must also be Drengrs lash. So, how do you get class abilities as much as possible? The new weapon perk strategist is a pretty good start. This will provide 10% class ability energy on each weapon final blow. I have a veiled threat auto rifle with this and headstone, which is perfect. There is also the prismatic fragment Facet of Hope, which recharges class ability energy faster whenever you have an elemental buff. This one is another obvious choice. There is a lot of avenues to obtain elemental buffs in Prismatic. You could use Knockout to obtain Amplified on melee final blows, but I think in this case I would prefer to run Consecration. So instead opted to use Buried Bloodline for easy access to Devour, and the artifact mod Radiant Orbs, which will provide Radiant on every orb pickup. Another thing I found out about the solar wave provided by Horn is that if it tags an enemy on the initial wave and again on the return, it will cause an ignition. So another fragment used was Facet of Ruin, which is a fitting choice to increase the radius of these ignitions, and will also improve the damage and radius of headstone stasis crystals too. The damage on this wave is also now very noticeable due to these buffs, so long as you do give it space to make its full distance and return. And it's also not like the suspended targets will be able to move out of the way. Filling out the rest of the build, I wanted to aim for high transcendence uptime and strong ability loops. Facet of Devotion made sense, as targets would be affected by suspend or freeze on the regular, and my primary weapon is stasis, so light transcendence might need a bit of help in keeping the balance. Facet of Courage will also benefit a lot from all these darkness debuffs, improving the damage of Consecration, Storm Grenade and Twilight Arsenal. Facet of Balance was used as both light and dark multi-kills are quite easy to obtain, and this will help with ability looping. And finally, Facet of Blessing as a method of sustain, since the only one we have so far is Devour, and with a more close and personal play style of Prismatic Titan, a bit of sustain is always appreciated. So that's the build, here's the playstyle. Look to always be using available abilities. The class ability first up, and if you use this in good positioning, can crowd control and ignite a whole group of enemies. And of course you always have up to 3 consecration charges for more instant ignitions. Look to be balancing light and dark transcendence energy as much as possible, and you could always adjust your heavy weapon if one is getting significantly more progress than the other. While in Transcendent, just go crazy with consecrations. If you keep landing hits, you will be able to loop the ability for the whole duration, and this works really well even in activities where you're significantly under light due to the power of the guaranteed ignitions. Finally, here's the artifact mods and armor mods I also used. Pause the video if you would like to copy these, or just use the dim link in the description. Thank you for watching.